Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is an updated review on my SLG for which I reviewed 6 months ago, and I highly raved about it and I highly recommended the piece at the time. My opinion on this piece has changed, and that's why I wanted to do this video, to let you know about my experience and just to kind of warn you so that you are aware of the issue, because I did highly rave about it and highly recommended it. So this piece is a piece that I, obviously an SLG, I just picked up. So it is freshly reglazed from the Louis Vuitton boutique, and it is no other than my Louis Vuitton, the 6 key holder in the monogram canvas in the Rose Ballerine. This piece I purchased, if I recall back, I purchased this back in 2017. I believe it was January 31st, because I was afraid, or there were rumors basically that there would be a price increase on the piece. So I purchased the piece, it arrived. I used this for a whole full year, and I had no issues with this piece at all. It was literally still brand new, like there were no issues with the buttons. The interiors were just beautifully bright and still clean. All I had to do was just use a paper wipes to wipe it. I didn't have any issues with the hardware, nor did I have any issues with the glazing. Fast forward 6 months later, last June, I started to notice that something was off with my key. So when I took a closer look at it, I noticed that I had a couple of cracks along the glazing of the piece. And the funny thing was, like, I've never seen them before, and suddenly they appeared, but it was just in one area. Like, I had them the top, but and also at the bottom, which was strange. It's like, it's either you have none at all or you have them everywhere. And like, I use this piece on a daily basis, so I don't know where they came from and how they came from. I just know that suddenly one day I woke up and I saw the glazing issues. So one day I just decided to go to Yorkdale, browsing in the store as I normally do, and for some reason that day it just occurred to me that I should ask them about this glazing issue. I just recalled about it. Originally I did not intend to go inside Yorkdale for this piece, because I know Yorkdale is pretty difficult to deal with whenever you have any issues. Like, I've had issues with my Armor PM in the past, just with the zipper pull. It wasn't pulling smoothly, and I had such a rough time putting the zipper back and forth. And I asked them for the assistant, and it was like, no, it's fine to me, there's nothing wrong with it, it should be fine. And it's like, excuse me, I'm the customer, so if I'm telling you that I don't like the way it's pulling, and this, you know, I'm having a hard time pulling, you should look into it. So anyway, that's the way Yorkdale normally is. But that day, like, I just told them I had these shoes in, so like, okay, fine, let me look into it. I'll go in the back and see if there's anything I can do for you. I was pleasantly surprised, and I think it may have something to do with the fact that I was wearing my Chanel Classic flap on that day, and that's why they were so accommodating with my issues. Because on normal day, like I said, something as minor just as pulling the zipper pull, and all they had to do was wax it, and they were making a big deal out of it. And I have other issues as well, which I'm not going to mention because it's not really relevant to this. But my point is, if you have any issues with LV, bring your expensive bags, and the way they treat you might be slightly different. So anyway, going back to this piece, is that they offered to reglaze it, and it took about a month. It's just that I picked it up a bit late for some other issues unrelated to this, but now it's perfectly reglazed. I don't see any other cracks on this piece. But now that I've used this piece and I've seen the glazing issues, like, I don't know if I want to keep it, to be honest. And 99%, I'm pretty sure that I will be selling this piece. And that's why I wanted to come up on here, is because I know I've raved about this piece and I know I highly recommended it, but that was then before I experienced any glazing issues. So I just want to come up here and warn you that if you are going to be spending money on this piece, just be aware that you may not see any issues with this piece right now, but you may down the road. And actually, I would be interested in knowing if there are any of you out there who has this piece and who has used it for many years and who hasn't had any issues with this piece at all. Like, I know the canvas back then, when they made the canvas back then, it was a lot more durable. So I don't know when the canvas started to change in terms of the texture and the durability, but I know it's a fairly recent issue. I'm just curious to see, I don't know, like recent, but I don't know like how far back. So maybe if you can let me know if you've bought this piece within a year and a half to 2 years and your piece is still going strong and you haven't had any issues. I apologize. It's the sun hitting me directly on my face, but I'm about to be done anyway. So I'm just curious to know. Leave me your comments down below, and I will most likely sell this piece because obviously I'm just not happy with this piece. I don't know if there will be more issues eventually, but I'm going to look into something else. I mean, it is a very functional piece and I still love it, but not knowing that it has glazing issues. I might consider trying a different type of leather to see if that might help, but honestly that would be my last trial, and if that happens again, we'll be done with the 6 key holder, because I just don't want to put up with the glazing issue. So this is pretty much it. I hope this video is helpful in case you are looking into investing in this piece. I could just say that for the price that you are paying for these, you shouldn't be experiencing any of these issues at all. So that's just something for you to be aware of and to keep in mind, and that is really all I wanted to say. And just come here and be truthful about my experience and let you know that yes, I once recommended this piece highly, but that is no longer the case because my opinion on this piece has changed. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and like this video. And I did an unboxing video on my Chanel SIG, so please make sure to watch that as well. I wish you a very great day and I will see you next time. Bye.